After a year away, JD was finally going home, but he had no idea what terrifying events awaited him next. Events so shocking that just thinking about them would scare anyone. When JD reached the location, he lit a cigarette. Almost immediately, a helicopter appeared. The helicopter lowered a rope, and JD began climbing up. Inside the helicopter, a soldier checked JD's identity carefully. Once JD gave all his information, the soldier suddenly pulled a gun, shot JD, and then cut the rope, causing JD to fall. It quickly became clear anyone who came to this place never returned alive. The scene then shifts to the next day, where Levi begins his routine duty. He starts by checking reports and refilling the automatic guns when their ammo runs out. Days passed, then weeks, then a whole month. Levi started to feel the crushing boredom of isolation. To pass the time, Levi decided to read some books stored in a closet. While pulling out the books, he noticed notes scribbled on the wall behind the closet. These notes were left by all the previous guards who had served in the tower before him. Each note spoke of fear, loneliness, and the dangers of the creatures known as Hollow Men. One day, Levi heard a machine operating in the West Tower. Using his telescope, he looked toward the East Tower and saw a girl, Drasa. She was assigned here because of her incredible sniping skills. Levi was struck by her beauty, but couldn't talk to her. It was against the rules. However, Drasa already knew about Levi's presence. Days passed, and the two wondered silently if they should speak. Then, on Drasa's birthday, feeling deeply lonely, she decided to reach out. Using a whiteboard, she asked Levi his name. Levi hesitated, remembering the rules forbade sharing names, but Drasa smiled and revealed her own name.
Levi finally gave his name, and the ice was broken. Drasa celebrated by dancing, asking Levi if he knew how to dance. He admitted he didn't. Then she asked what he was good at. Levi wrote on the board, "I'm good at shooting." To test each other's skills, Drasa placed a small bottle on her tower. Levi aimed carefully and shattered it with a single bullet. Not to be outdone, Drasa shot a bottle on Levi's tower perfectly in return. Levi realized Drasa was no ordinary girl. She was a deadly sniper. Slowly, their silent connection grew into friendship and understanding. Suddenly, Drasa's attention was drawn downward. She spotted terrifying creatures, the Hollow Men, climbing rapidly towards the West Tower. She warned Levi immediately. Looking down, Levi saw thousands of these creatures advancing towards his tower. Without hesitation, Levi grabbed his sniper rifle and began picking off creatures one by one, but there were too many for him alone to handle. Drasa opened fire with her machine gun, covering Levi's side. The two fought desperately, defending their towers. When Levi saw a creature reach Drasa's tower and attack her, he fired a critical shot from his sniper rifle, saving her just in time. They realized they had to fight together to survive this deadly place. After the attack, Drasa said it was the best birthday she had ever had. Strange words from someone in such a dangerous situation. The next morning, Levi maintained the landmines and reloaded the automatic guns. Suddenly, a drone emerged from the pit below. It scanned Levi for several seconds in a strange way.
Levi was confused and unsure who sent the drone or what its purpose was. Days and then months passed, and after becoming friends, Levi and Drasa no longer felt alone. But on February 14th, a sad day for Drasa, she remembered her father's words. Her father, who was suffering from cancer, had promised he would end his life on that day if he didn't survive. Drasa wrote on the board that she felt very lonely and wished she had someone with her. Levi, who had wanted to meet Drasa since day one, finally made a plan. Using a rocket launcher, he arranged to send a strong rope to her tower. Drasa tied the rope to a tree outside, allowing Levi to swing across. Levi began climbing toward the East Tower, but got stuck when the rope's incline ended. He used his hands to pull himself forward for about half an hour, finally reaching Drasa's tower. She welcomed him, teasing him about the smell of sweat and telling him to take a shower first. Levi laughed and nodded. Drasa, mischievously, hid his clothes while watching him on CCTV as he showered. Afterwards, they sat and talked for hours. Drasa shared her story, revealing that everyone she cared about was gone, except her father, who had likely taken his life the previous day. Levi told Drasa about his own nightmares and shared stories from his time in the US Army. As night fell, Drasa played soft music and the two danced, slowly growing closer and starting a romantic connection. Levi smiled and told her he had written a poem for her, promising to share it once they escaped this place. The next day, Levi returned to his west tower, saying goodbye to Drasa. As he descended by rope, creatures started climbing the tower. One hit a landmine, causing a huge explosion that sent metal parts flying.
One of those parts hit the rope, cutting it and sending Levi falling into the pit. Without hesitation, Drasa grabbed her parachute and jumped in after him. Levi landed on a large tree, but got trapped in the roots when the branch broke. Drasa arrived just in time to cut him free. But the danger wasn't over. Creatures appeared and attacked. Together, Levi and Drasa fought and killed the attackers. Levi noticed the creatures were old American Army uniforms, a chilling sign of what had happened here decades ago. They soon found themselves in a horrifying area, filled with decaying human bodies, with trees and plants growing out of the corpses as if a deadly virus had taken over. Suddenly, giant spiders attacked. Levi and Drasa fought and killed them, but were then forced to flee a group of creatures breaking into an old church. Inside, they found signs that people had taken their own lives to escape infection. After barely escaping the church, they discovered an old tunnel leading to an abandoned lab. Inside, broken glass, rusty machinery, and old containers were scattered everywhere. Levi found an old DVD and played it. A scientist on the tape explained how they were working on a secret chemical missile project. An earthquake had caused a leak, releasing a deadly virus into the air, infecting everyone within hours. The military was warned and asked to bomb the area to contain the outbreak, but their pleas were ignored. The scientist showed her infected belly, proof she was dying. After watching the tape, Levi found a modern computer with information about a paramilitary group called Dark Lake. They collected infected samples to experiment on soldiers, trying to create super soldiers. Levi learned the facility's owners purposely kept the area secret and sent soldiers with no ties to anyone, only to kill them after their year-long duty, preventing any leaks. That explained why JD was shot earlier. As Levi and Drasa processed this, a creature attacked and kidnapped Drasa. Levi searched frantically but couldn't find her. He found a missile in the lab, the one connected to the tower. He understood the warning past soldiers had given. When the siren sounded, they had to escape immediately. Meanwhile, Drasa fought and escaped from the creature holding her. Levi arrived just in time to help, and together they set the creature on fire, killing it. The number of creatures emerging from the pit was overwhelming, far too many for normal gunfire to handle. Levi, being a seasoned soldier, quickly realized that sheer firepower wouldn't be enough. He needed a smart plan, not just brute force. So, Levi decided to use the environment to his advantage. He deliberately leaked fuel from the Jeep's gas tank, letting the petrol spill toward the advancing creatures below. Then, with precise timing, he set the fuel on fire. The resulting blaze swept through the creatures, burning many of them alive. This risky but clever move cleared their path and finally allowed Levi and Tressa to climb up the rope to safety. At this point, the two realized a grim truth. Even if they survived a whole year guarding this place, they'd still be killed in the end, just like all the soldiers before them. The system wasn't about protection, it was about keeping a deadly secret no matter the cost. With this understanding, Levi and Tressa made a bold decision. They wouldn't just defend this place anymore. Instead, they'd destroy it to make sure no other soldier ever got trapped here again. It was a dangerous plan, but the only way out. Tressa told Levi she had a safe spot to hide in France, where they could start a new life together, even get married and live normally. Levi agreed, and their mission shifted from survival to freedom. Levi climbed back to his tower using the rope to plant a bomb that would destroy the entire facility. He also prepared to activate a missile connected to the tower, a last resort failsafe capable of wiping out everything within a 4.2-kilometer radius. Meanwhile, Lady Bardo, the mysterious overseer of the facility, contacted Levi. She questioned whether Levi had entered the pit because the security systems detected activity. Levi lied, saying he hadn't, but Bardo knew the truth. Surveillance cameras caught both Levi and Tressa going inside. She then ordered Levi to eliminate Tressa, accusing her of breaking the rules. But Bardo underestimated Levi's loyalty. He had no intention of harming Tressa. Bardo realized
sensed this and guessed they were planning to escape and expose the facility's secrets. Knowing this, Bardo herself arrived by helicopter, but Levi and Tressa were already prepared. Levi took a risky pinpoint shot from a distance and hit the missile control system inside the tower. An alarm sounded, signaling the missile's activation. They had very little time left. The missile would cause a massive explosion, destroying everything in a 4.2-kilometer radius. With urgency, Levi and Tressa sprinted toward the forest to escape. Tressa managed to get far enough ahead, but Levi, injured in his leg, couldn't run as fast. Lady Barto realized the explosion was inevitable. As the missile detonated, the shockwave leveled the entire pit, destroying the creatures inside and even downing Barto's helicopter, killing her instantly. Tressa made it to safety on higher ground, but Levi was caught in the blast's force and fell into a river, disappearing from sight. The story then fast-forwards several months. Tressa is now working as a waitress in a hotel in France. She spends her days reading the poem Levi wrote before the final mission, words filled with reflection, hope, and sorrow. This quiet moment shifts the story from action to emotional depth, showing the long-lasting effects of survival and loss. Suddenly, Levi appears, alive. Tressa is shocked, unable to believe her eyes. Overwhelmed with joy, she runs and embraces him. This reunion wraps up their story arc perfectly, from fighting for survival to resisting a corrupt system to finally finding freedom and love.